Good morning, friends. We are not at our kitchen table this morning. We are out on the road. We are on our vacation, and we are headed to Pennsylvania. But as we were getting ready, we did all sorts of preparation, and we have a timeline, and we have maps and tour books and all sorts of things. We've got our GPS going, and we did all sorts of planning, and we knew exactly what we were going to do and where we were going to go. And
Louise believes you have to plan every step of your vacation.
you have to have reservations.
You have to have reservations.
You have to have a calendar. You know, it just goes better if you have a plan. So it got me thinking about Holy Moses and the musical that the children did last week. And I started thinking about the Israelites and how, bless their hearts, they had to pack up everything really fast. They had to eat that unleavened bread. They didn't have time to cook. They just, and they still recognize that today. And they're, they just had to get out the door very quickly. And then they wandered around. They wandered, they went out to the Red Sea, and God got them across the Red Sea safely. And then...
How long did they wander?
Well, the Bible says they wandered for 40 years.
40 years.
40 years is a long time, isn't it?
That is. Didn't they have a map or a GPS? Did
No.
they even have a guidebook from AAA to tell them where the best hotels were?
No, of course not. Not back then. They had tents, and they God had to give them manna every day, and they lived day by day. And then they wandered around for 40 years, because it tells us in Numbers chapter 14, or it starts in chapter 12, but Moses sent some spies into the land of Canaan. Now, the land of Canaan was a land filled with milk and honey, overflowing with milk and honey, which sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, those
is that the promised land they keep talking about?
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact,
Okay.
it is. So pretty early in the game, Moses sends these spies into Canaan and says, go check it out, see what's happening. So they do, and it says that several people went. Caleb was one of them, and they were scared. They got scared on their trip, and they saw the Canaanites, and it says that the spies thought that the Hebrews were so small that they looked like grasshoppers compared to the Canaanites. Can you imagine?
I feel kind of like a grasshopper when these 18-wheelers keep passing by me.
Okay, we'll go with that. So Moses sends them in. They come back and they say, we can't fight those people. We can't go in their land. They're huge. They're like the 18-wheelers. But one person says, and it's Caleb. Caleb says, I think we can do it. Caleb says in Numbers 13, verse 30, Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and occupy it, for we are well able to overcome it. So Caleb thought they could do it, but the rest of them said, no, we're not going to do it.
I wonder why Caleb thought they could do it and none of the rest of them did.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Caleb must have had more faith than the rest of them in God's promises, maybe.
I think so. So, and God really didn't like that answer. God didn't like the answer of the other spies, because the other spies won out. And the Hebrew people didn't want to go into the land of Canaan like they told them. So you know what happened?
What?
God said, since you don't believe that I will take care of you and I will get you to the promised land and help you overcome the Canaanites, you are going to be wandering around for 40 years.
40 years?
40 years. It says in chapter 14, according to the number of days in which you spied the land. So they looked in the land for 40 days. That's over a month. They were there long enough to make a good decision.
Yeah.
For every day a year you shall bear your iniquity 40 years, and you shall know my displeasure.
No, we're wandering around in kind of nowhere in Virginia right now. You don't think it's going to take us 40 years, do you?
It better not.
It better not, because I only have 3 weeks vacation. That will use up all of my vacation for the rest of my life.
Well, we'll be back before 40 years, okay?
Okay.
Because I think we'll be dead in 40 years anyway.
Okay.
So, anyway, so that's why the Hebrews wandered around for 40 years, because they didn't have faith. Now, we have a plan. We have a map. We have a GPS. We have reservations. Oh, y'all have to see how pretty it is. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Lots of mountains. And we are going to have a great time. So, but we just wanted to remind everybody, be faithful.
That's the way to be.
Believe that God will take care of you, because God will. All right, friends. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.